If you're not lucky enough to own a frame stapler, maybe you're lucky enough to own a brad nailer, and I actually have one right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to nail my frame together with just a brad nailer and some glue. And actually I'm going to put on some safety glasses first. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a little bit of glue to each side of my frame. I'm going to stick my corners together towards the edge of a table. I'm going to press them together. And once I have them line up, I'm going to put two nails in each direction. And I'm going to wipe the excess glue off with my fingers for now. I'm going to do the other two pieces the exact same way. Apply a little glue and nail the corners. Get it. If you're not lucky enough to have a frame stapler or a brad nailer, you can just use a good old hammer and some nails. So the process is the same as the brad nailer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to line up my pieces, making sure I attach a long side to a short side. And the first thing I'm going to do is line up my pieces at the corner of the table, and I'm going to pilot drill some holes. And to pilot drill the holes, I'm just going to use a 1/16 inch drill bit. Again, I'm going to hold my frames by hand. And I'm not going to push very hard on the drill. I'm going to let it do the drilling for me. So now that I have one hole pilot drill, I'm actually going to tap in a nail. And I just have little tiny finishing nails. I think these are about 1 1/4, 1.5 inches. And I'm going to put in my nail. So I'm going to tap it in. So now that I have one nail in, it's basically going to hold my frame in place so it doesn't scoot around on me. And I'm going to pilot drill another hole this direction. Put in another nail. And now I'm going to put in 2 more nails going the opposite direction. Now, as you're hammering, as you're putting your frame together at this point, the frame may slip a little bit back and forth. Don't worry about that too much. When you hammer the nails all the way in when you're done, they'll straighten up. So now I'm going to attach the other long side to this side now. The exact same way, drilling the nails in one direction and then the other. And actually, I forgot to put glue on my frame the first time, so I'm going to do that now, and then for the other 2 corners. Now that I have 4 nails in each corner, 2 go in one direction, 2 go in the other direction, and glue with my frame, it's going to stay together pretty much forever. But you may also be thinking, well, the corners right now don't look so good. They don't line up perfectly like when you use a nail gun or when you use the stapler. Well, there's a simple way to solve that, and actually there's a way to make this frame a little bit more beautiful. And it's simply by sinking the nails into the frame. And to do that, I'm just going to use a nail sink. And what this is going to do is going to bring the corners together. Now that I've sunk the nails in each direction, it's pulled the frame together pretty well, and the corners look pretty solid, and they line up just about perfectly. You might get a corner that's a little bit off, but all you have to do is take your hammer, give it a tap in place. If you don't have a rubber hammer, this will work fine. Don't hit it too hard or you'll damage your frame. A non-marring mallet, like a rubberized hammer, works perfect. You kind of sort of snug corners together. If not, I'm actually going to take a block of wood, kind of sort of give this frame a tap, and make it line up. Alright, now that I have my frame all together and everything lines up pretty well, I'm going to wipe off the excess glue, and I'm going to touch up these edges. All you have to do is take a damp rag, and you just wipe off the glue off the edges and corners. And off the back. This frame has a couple nail holes in it on each side. It doesn't look very pretty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill those in. Now I could use nail putty to fill in these holes, and I've done that before. I put a little putty in, I've sanded it off, and with natural colored frames it's not so bad. With frames like this it's a little tough, and it's kind of sort of a pain in the butt. What I find that is nice to use is these Min Wax blend fill pencils, and they come in a variety of colors and actually have a dark brown, a red, and a gold color pencil. And I just use these to fill in the holes, and they work very well. When using the pencil, I'm just going to kind of sort of push the pencil into the hole and smear some of the wax into the hole until it fills up and looks the way I want it to. I'm going to smooth out with my finger. And that actually looks pretty good. You'll never notice those edge holes. If I really want to, I can take some gold paint, go over top of them. And I'm going to do that to all the sides. Now that my frame is done, it's ready for some artwork. And I'll show you how to cut some glass, mat some artwork, dry mount it, and put it in this frame in some future videos.